Hello everybody, this is Michael Lee coming to you outside of Helltown and Centerville, two small towns in Butte County, Northern California, campfire area. Back with more lumberjack safety work. Alright, do you all remember where we left off? Right here. We just fell and limbed the big dead Ponderosa pine. Look how nice and clean that looks. See how I really removed the branches thoroughly? Just so that they're just flat right on that main trunk. So that way if you're walking, there's a little creek here, so I kind of made myself a bridge. That way when you're walking across the log, you won't trip on those little buttons. If you don't limb it close enough to the trunk, you get these buttons sticking out and you can trip over those and fall. So make sure you limb your logs nice and clean, okay? I'm not going to buck this yet. I kind of like having a bridge across the creek, so I'm going to keep it like that. And we are going to fall this one now. And we're going to try to aim right for where I'm standing right here. I'm going to just put it right through the same hole that we opened up with this tree. See the method to my madness? I'm kind of opening up a hole, because not only do we have to cut this one, we have to cut these two dead ones and a couple more dead ones down there. So that's the method to my madness. I'm opening up a nice hole here so we can send the rest of these trees this way as well, and we won't damage any of the trees that are still healthy and alive. Okay, remember, this isn't my property. This is someone else's property, so you can't just be doing shoddy work and just sending trees willy-nilly. You got to plan everything out so you don't hurt trees that are still alive. So here we go. Here it is. It's got a little lean to it. See how it kind of leans back there a little bit? But if you look at the stump, it kind of leans forward, so that balances it out. No barbed wire, no nails, at least that I can tell. The acorn woodpeckers have also been using this one for acorn storage. Look at all those widowmakers up there. Well, technically there's no widowmakers. A widowmaker is a detached dead branch, or detached dead crown, or detached big pine cone, something like that. But these are just dead limbs. They're still attached though. And in that regard, since they've been dead a long time, they kind of are widowmakers. Any of these could come down at any second, especially once the tree starts to move. Okay, so I'm gonna have to keep looking up, and you can see where we're gonna send it now. See that? Right through that same hole. See it? See it, everybody? That's what we're gonna do. All right, let's get you. This thing's still working. It's a miracle. All right. Traditional face cut. Third of the way through the stump. The reason I use a traditional face cut is because I'm not a logger. We're not going after marketable timber production here. Loggers use a cut called the Humboldt cut, mostly because it enables them to take a really low stump, save out the maximum amount of wood, which maximizes profit. Also, the Humboldt, because it's a downward cut, it tends to belly flop the tree softly onto the earth. With a traditional face cut, the tree tends to fall harder and the top of the tree tends to smash into the earth and even break. But that's what I want, because it saves me the labor of doing some limbing and bucking. I'm doing lumberjack fire safety work, fuel reduction. So it's a whole different ball game compared to logging, okay? Also, loggers cut live trees, right? So, okay, face cut done. Traditional face cut, third of the way through the stump. Clean wood, edges line up perfectly, and there are no Dutchmen. If there were a Dutchman here, it would look like this, a shelf of wood coming out, or a Dutchman here, a shelf of wood coming up and going out. If I were to have a Dutchman here, let's just pretend that I have a Dutchman here. What it will do is when the tree falls, it will shoot it to the right, way to the right, more than what you'd think. Okay, and it could even break it off the stump and make matters even worse for you. But if your edges line up perfectly and you don't have any Dutchmen, then it will go where you aim it. Does that make sense? There we go. Okay, let's get the back cut. Oh. this thing's still working. All right, let's go see how we did. Now, look at this holding wood. Great holding wood. Really strong. Good holding wood for a dead tree. Structurally sound. Good holding wood. Now, you notice how I kind of cut this and it landed upslope. That's why it didn't completely break off from the stump. But that's kind of cool. So you can see how the holding wood operates. This is how lumberjacks and loggers aim their trees, by utilizing the holding wood to precisely direct the fall. Cool, huh? Kind of looks like it's paused in time, huh? All right, let's get up on this bad boy, see how we did here. Got a lot of lemon to do, it looks like. Not too much acorn woodpecker activity on this tree. And then, all right, so that's where it broke, is right there. And there's the first tree we fell. So let's do the limbing and bucking now. No more falling for today, fun's over. You know, I really like to slow down and enjoy the falling of trees because I hardly ever get to do it. Most of the time I'm doing brush cutting or cutting small dead trees. I hardly ever get to cut big trees like this. So I got to enjoy it while it lasts. You loggers, man, you loggers up north, you guys don't know how lucky you are just to be cutting that big timber all the time. Man, it's fun. I used to live in Humboldt County. I'm from Sonoma County. But God, those loggers up there in Humboldt and Del Norte County, man, you guys are lucky. You don't know how lucky you are. And also, the logging corporations are doing a much better job now. They don't just go out and start cutting willy-nilly. Green Diamond, I got to give a shout out. That's an excellent logging company. They do good work. See how I cut these limbs really close? I'm going to be walking on this log. So I don't want to trip on those buttons. You got to shave them close. Shave those limbs close. Take that! Whoa. Whoa. Is this thing still working? It's the last thing I'm going to say, and then I got to shut this off. See how I left the stabilizing limbs on my log I need to buck next? I did that on purpose. So now I can start bucking from that side, buck all the way to there with it up, sitting up high. Way easier to buck that way. You don't have to bend over. Then I'll cut that stabilizing limb, keep bucking to the next stabilizing limb, then cut it, keep bucking to the next stabilizing limb, and that way I never have to buck on the ground and bend over. I run a long bar, so I don't have to bend over that much anyways, even if it's on the ground, but it's just always good to work smart like this. You know, it's going to save your body over the years. So all the limbing and bucking is done. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a great day.